Hi everyone, I'm Amber for those of you that don't know me, and today I thought that it would be so much fun to talk about recruitment at the University of Arkansas. I just wanted to discuss outfits and expectations and different things about each houses and just what it's going to be like during that entire week for you guys. Now, if you're here watching this video, I'm just going to assume that you are coming to the University of Arkansas and you're going through recruitment and you're probably filled with so many different emotions right now. Probably mainly excited because that's how I was, and so I just wanted to talk about a lot of things that happened during that week. So the first talking point I thought that we would discuss is outfits, because I feel like a lot of people have questions about what you should wear, what's expected, and every university does something different and expects something different. So for the University of Arkansas, you're actually handed a t-shirt by your Gamma Chi every single day except for prep room. Now, every single day you'll be able to dress it up however you want to. I totally recommend showing your personality, because that's what people are going to want to know about you. These houses, when they want to get to know you, they want to get to know everything about you and like what you like and everything. And showing your style is going to be part of that. And it's also always a really great conversation starter. I recommend. So I always did like either a cute skirt or shorts, cute shoes, maybe some earrings if you're into that, or a little necklace or something. Look presentable, look like you want to be there, because all of the recruiting people in every single chapter are going to look very put together, because we want y'all to know that we're excited, that we're excited to meet you, we want to meet you, so we want to look presentable as well. But of course, looking presentable for everyone is going to look different. Now, prep night, that night is a little bit more special. So you will be wearing a dress that night, or you can wear like what they call it, like a jumpsuit. You want to look really nice and put together. Nothing too tight or skimpy. It can be a little tight, like it doesn't have to follow like high school public guidelines. You can have spaghetti straps if you want. I recommend maybe having 2 or 3 options, just because your Gamma Chi has to approve it before you wear it. Because you just need to make sure that you're nice and put together. We don't want any butt cheeks out. We don't want any cleavage showing. So yeah. Now I want to talk about the process and what the entire week is going to look like, and expectations and everything. So what's going to happen is that once you're moved in and everything, you'll move in to your dorm either Thursday or Friday, and then that Friday night you'll have a meeting, and so you're going to be put into your Gamma Chi group. Your Gamma Chi group is going to consist of about 8 to 10, maybe 12 girls in a group with your Gamma Chi. A Gamma Chi is someone who is already in a chapter, but they're not affiliated with it, and they haven't been since like spring break. And you won't know what chapter she's in until midday when they do the big reveal, but she's basically just kind of like your mom away from home. She's just going to kind of be there with you for that first week, where you're going through so much during the recruitment process, and so you can talk to her about things. She's just going to kind of be there for you, and she kind of helps you through the entire process, and tells you what to do, and you'll have meetings with her every single day. So that's what happens Friday night. There are 2 rounds of everything except for philanthropy round. So the open conversation round is day 1, and the parties are 15 minutes long. So on day 1, you will go to every single house with your Gamma Chi group. And so there's 11 chapters, but starting this fall, we will actually have 12. So that's super exciting. We're super excited for them. It's a great time. But anyways, so you will have 15 minutes at each house. You'll go in. Well, let me back up. So actually first, the chapter will open up the doors, and from the minute they open up the doors, you have 15 minutes, okay? So they open up the doors, they do their cute little door chant, they get up, they move to the side, and someone will come up to the door and pick the PNM up. Now, they're not allowed to touch you, or hug you, or anything like that. There's a bunch of rules that we have to abide by. But you'll be picked up by your recruiter in the house, and they'll be like, "Hi, welcome to Delta Gamma," or "Hi, welcome to Kappa," or something like that. And then they'll take you into the house, and they'll sit you where they're supposed to seat you, and they basically get on their knees while you're sitting on a chair or a couch or something, and they will just talk to you for the rest of the time being. And you might talk to 2 girls, you might talk to 3, you might talk to 4. 4 seems a little hard for only 15 minutes. You'll usually do that later on in the week, but every chapter is different. It's not going to be the same in every single house. Every house has something different for the recruiting process. So that's day 1. And your Gamma Chi group will either go day 1 or they'll go day 2. And if you go day 1 but you're not going day 2, then that means you're going to get a tour of the university again, and your Gamma Chi will walk around with you around campus, and they will show you where your classes are if you need help. Okay, now round 2 will be Monday and Tuesday, and they're going to be philanthropy rounds. And each time there's a new round, it goes up. So the first round was 15 minutes, now philanthropy round is 30. And each house does philanthropy round different, and it's very special because I think all of the chapters have amazing philanthropies. Chi Omega, Make-A-Wish Foundation, Delta Gamma, Service for Sight, Alpha Chi Omega domestic violence awareness, Zeta breast cancer awareness. Like every single chapter on this campus has amazing philanthropies, and every single house is going to do something different. They might have someone speak, they might have a video to show like what the chapter does throughout the entire year, or like exactly what is their philanthropy and like what they do for it. So every single house that you go to in philanthropy round is going to be so much different, but it's so awesome because you get to see how passionate all of these women are about their philanthropy, because this is what each chapter works on all year long. We try to get everyone involved with our philanthropies, and we do special events to raise money for it, and it's just really fun. So we all get to share what we love about our chapter. And so that part is only, that's 30 minutes. And then third round is Sisterhood Round. And that's when you get a house tour. Now, if they don't have a house, they'll usually do like a virtual tour. So they'll show you a video what they expect their house to look like. But right now, the 11 chapters that we have on campus, all of them should have a house come this fall. So that's super exciting. That's super fun. This round is 45 minutes. The conversations get a little deeper. They get a little bit more serious. And then, I'm sorry. I have a dog, a chihuahua. She barks a lot. Anyways, but they're 45 minutes. The conversations get deeper. You get a house tour. So yeah, that's a really fun round. You get to talk about sisterhood, and so if you're the PNM, I'd recommend asking questions about what do they do for sisterhood events, or what makes their sisterhood so much more special than another sisterhood on Maple, which there isn't anything that makes one better than another. I mean, honestly, every single chapter is just outstanding. Now, prep round is an hour long, and it's only one day, and the conversations are extremely deep. So do you see yourself in this chapter? Like, chapters will ask you that, like, do you see yourself here? Like, because they need to know like how you're feeling. If some of them will come out and bluntly ask, like, are you interested in being a part of the sisterhood? A lot of them will ask, where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Like, it's gonna be a lot deeper than the conversations that you've had throughout the rest, the other part of the week. Conversation now just real basic, like, what's your major, where's your hometown, and then it gets all the way up to like, where do you see yourself 10 years from now? And it's a lot more special because there's rituals that each chapter has of their own that they do on prep night. So it's super special and super meaningful, and these girls, like, they work really hard on it. I know whenever when we did a practice prep round last year for recruitment, I know that when the girls did their speeches and stuff, I cried, and it was just really emotional, and we were all just like talking together, and it was just a really emotional time. So it's an emotional time for the PNM, and I want you to know that it's an emotional time for the recruiters, because this is something really special that they take very seriously. So prep night's gonna look a lot different, a lot more serious, and every house can have a different ritual. Everything's gonna look different, and so that's what just makes it so exciting. Tell us about the process. So you go to all 11 chapters no matter what, the first round. Then on the end of the second day, you will have a meeting after all the parties are over. You'll go back to the union, meet up with your Gamma Chi group, and she'll take you one by one, and you will release 3 houses. So you start with 11, you release 3, but just because you release 3 doesn't mean that you're necessarily cutting them or that you won't get them back, okay? It's a little confusing to understand, but your Gamma Chi will definitely go over all of this. So you have 11, and then after you go through your 11 houses, night 2, You will pick 3 that was probably your least favorite, or maybe you just felt a little uncomfortable, or it just really didn't feel like you. And a lot of people struggle with that the first round, because a lot of people love every single house they go to first round. So you'll release 3, and then you'll come back in the morning for philanthropy round, and you'll get your little slip of paper, and they'll tell you to open it. They'll tell you to walk away and open it, because some people get really emotional. It's really upsetting. You might not get a house back that you really loved and thought that you had a good time in. And so they'll tell you to walk away a little bit and open up your slip of paper, and it'll have the houses that you have left. And the most you can have is 8. But that doesn't necessarily mean you'll get 8. You might only get 4 back, and that's fine. Like, however many houses you get back is totally fine. Like, I don't want you to be discouraged if you hear that Sammy over here got 8 houses back, but you only got 3. Well, make the best out of those 3, because that means that those 3 houses saw something in you. And you're going to hear cliche stuff like that throughout the entire weekend. It's going to be so annoying, because you're sitting there and you're just really stressed, and your self-esteem is down, because you're like, why don't these other houses like me? Blah, 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 blah. And you're just going to feel really down on yourself, and you're going to hear all these cliche things, and it's going to be so annoying. You're going to be like, okay, whatever. Like, you're not going to want to listen to it. But I'm telling you this in advance, that it is hard. And there's a good chance that you might cry during that week. There's a good chance that you're going to be extremely stressed during that week. And that's just, it's how it goes for most PNMs. It's very hard. It's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel and what it's gonna be like. But no matter how many houses you get back, just be happy and be excited the whole time, because that means that the houses that asked you to come back saw something in you. So you need to continue showing them what you're made of. And so you can get anywhere between 1 and 8 houses back on philanthropy round, and you'll have 2 days, and this time you won't be going with your Game Mackay group to each house. You'll have your own schedule. So you might have a party at 12, but your friend and your Game Mackay group have a party at 1:30. You're not going to be together anymore. And they're going to be split between 2 days. So you might not have nothing day 1 and 2 on day 2, or you might have 4 on day 1 and 4 on day 2. It's just going to be split up however it works. And when you're not in a house, going to a party, you'll be at these rest stations, which are churches all up and down Maple Street. And they'll have like food for you and coloring pages and things for you to do, because you can't have your phone on you at all. And you're just sitting there all day. You get there about 8 and you're just chillaxed until about 8 at night. So they have movies playing. I know one of the churches way down at the end of Maple across from Pi Phi, that's the best one. They have the best snacks, they have the best coloring pages, and they have like quiet rooms where you can like lay down upstairs, which is what I did a lot of the time to pass the time. And then at the end of night 2 of philanthropy, you will meet up with your Game Mackay, and you will release 3 more if you got 8 back. If you didn't get 8 back and you got less than that, then you might not have to release any at all. You'll just keep them all. Just because you keep them all, once again, or just because you release them, does not mean that you won't get them back. So like, let's say that I cut Delta, Gamma, Chi Omega, and Kappa on round 1. Well, just because that I released them doesn't mean that when I came back for philanthropy that I wasn't going to get Kappa back. So keep that in perspective. So if you have less than 8 philanthropy round, then you won't really have to release any. I mean, if you have 7, then you'll have to release 2. If you have 6, you'll release 1. If you have 5, then you'll keep all 5. You can get up to 5 Sisterhood round, but once again, you're not guaranteed 5. You don't have to get 5 back. The Sisterhood round, that's really exciting. If you have houses up until Sisterhood round, that's good. That means that these houses that still love you by Sisterhood round, they want to get to know you, they're interested in you, they see something in you. So don't be discouraged even if you get released from a house that might have been your top pick. Okay? And this Sisterhood round, once again, will be 2 rounds. And so you'll go through all your houses again and do the same thing that you did for philanthropy. And it's fun. It's sisterhood. You get to talk about what makes their sisterhood great. Some houses might do a video to show their sisterhood. Some houses might have a speaker. Some people might just talk the whole time. And you'll get a house tour, either virtual or they will literally take you throughout the mansion and you get to see it. And that's super fun and exciting. It's a really fun round. I love Sisterhood round. And then of course you'll go back second night, do the same thing. You can only have 2 pref. Now, just because you can have up to 2 pref night doesn't mean that you will have 2 pref night. You might only have 1, and a lot of people have 1, so don't feel like that's weird or abnormal or it's, you know, it's scary. And how it works for pref night is that everyone that comes to their pref is on their bid list, okay? But if they only are taking 101 but you're 150 on their bid list, then you're probably going to get your second house. And they try to make it fair, and the University of Arkansas is really good about trying really hard to make sure everyone gets into a house. So there's only very few circumstances where people don't. And usually if they don't get a house on bid dates, because they dropped. So that is pretty much how the entire process works. To kind of go over the cliche stuff that you're going to hear, but it's actually accurate. So there's a good chance that you're going to fall in love with all of these amazing houses day 1, and they're going to be your top choice. Well, if you don't get them back, it's really not the end of the world, because each chapter is just incredible. And I know that sounds so cliche and so like mushy, but I promise you that each chapter will have what you're looking for if you're going through the recruitment process for the right reasons. If you're going through recruitment because you want to fall in love with a chapter that has an amazing sisterhood, an amazing philanthropy, you want to get opportunities, you want to have best friends for life, you want to find your bridesmaids here, you can find that in every chapter. You really can, and I'm not making that up. I cried because I got cut from my favorite house. And you really do end up where you're meant to, because I have found my bridesmaids. I have had the most amazing opportunities. I had so much fun with their philanthropy. Everything that you go through the recruiting process for, I got that in the house that I ended up with. And I don't regret it for a second. I genuinely don't. I have some of the most amazing people on my side. And just because you get to chapter doesn't mean that you can't have friends in other houses. I have a friend in every single house on campus. Like, literally, I have friends that are Kappas, I have friends that are Chios, I have friends that are Zetas. Like, all my friends are spread out. Like, I have friends all over the Greek community, and that is fine. That's what you want. You want Panhellenic love. And each chapter is just outstanding. And you also can't forget that when you're going through these rounds, you're talking to 2, 3, maybe 4 girls each round, if that. And sometimes some houses, they'll have the same girl come pick you up again. And so you're only meeting like 12 people. Each chapter has like 400 members. That's so many other people that you haven't even got to meet that you might click with. Your best friend may not have talked to you. Your big may not have even picked you up at the door. But you'll meet people once midday happens. And so I want y'all just to keep that in mind. It's really hard to keep that perspective when you're going through the process, because it's really hard not to feel bad about yourself or to feel down on yourself if houses cut you but you really like them. I'm just gonna be honest, I experienced that. I did cry a couple times whenever I was a PNM, and I was just like, I don't understand like what I'm doing wrong. Like, I really like them, I had a good time, like the conversations were so fun, like I don't know what I did wrong. But you didn't do anything wrong, because there's just things that each chapter's looking for, and that's fine. Can't catch a break. But just keep that in mind and keep that perspective as much as you can, and just go with it. If you end up pref night with houses that you don't like, or you end up bid day with a house that you don't want, just go to their bid day. Try it out. Go, just be a part of it for a couple weeks and see what happens. You might end up loving it. And of course, in a few weeks, if you still hate it, you're not having a good time, it's not for you, because let me just tell you, sorority life is not for everyone. And that's okay. But if you don't like it, you can always drop. Oh, Pixie. Anyways, but I say all that just to say, give it a chance. Give every house a chance. Don't go in there closed-minded. You definitely want to be open-minded. Every house has something to offer. Everybody is amazing. You may talk to people that have nothing in common with you that entire week, or you might just feel weird and uncomfortable, but once you become a part of the chapter and you meet more people, you might meet your big on bid day. You might, you know what I mean? Like, there's just so many ways to meet new people in your chapter and other Greek houses after bid day. So I just wanted to say that before I got off of here, to tell y'all to really give it a shot no matter what, and to really take that into perspective. I almost quit, and I am so happy that I didn't, because these years that I was part of Delta Gamma were definitely the best. And I also want you guys to remember that the University of Arkansas recruitment is huge, like probably one of the biggest in the country. Like we had 1717 PNMS rush last year. So that is a lot of girls and 11 chapters. And so, I mean, not everyone's gonna get their top choice, and that's just hard facts, and that's okay, and that's fine. But really, just try it out, and I want to wish all you guys the best. Literally, just let your personality shine through. Be happy, be bubbly. You know, be you, because that's what we want to see. That's what the recruiters want to see. Be excited for every house. Keep an open mind. And listen to those cliche things that your gamma guys are going to be screaming at you the whole time. Try really hard not to cry or be stressed, because in the end, you're going to end up where you're meant to be, and that's awesome. And I just want to wish you all the best, and thank you so much for watching this video and tagging along with me. I really wanted to do this video because I thought it would be fun just to kind of give some tips, because I know whenever I was a PNM, none of my family has ever done Greek life before, but I knew I wanted to rush, but I had no idea what was going to go on. No idea. So I watched YouTube videos. I tried finding girls to talk to about it that knew some stuff. But I know that it can be hard and it can be stressful, because you want to know everything there is to know. You want to know what to expect. You want to know what recruiters expect. Like, and I know there's just a bunch of questions out there that sometimes never get answered. And so it might be good for you to get them answered ahead of time. So if you're thinking about rushing at the University of Arkansas, or you know for sure that you are, it's going to be such an amazing time. Take it all in. Recruitment week literally is the best, despite the tears and stress. It really is. When you look back after graduating, you're going to miss those recruitment weeks, because I know that I'm graduating quarantine in May, and whenever I look back, like right now thinking about this, it makes me extremely sad, because I love recruitment. It is so much fun to get to talk to people all day long, get to know girls, empower women. And it's a good time. It's really fun. Probably one of my favorite weeks of college for sure. And so just thank you for watching this. I know that I struggled finding information, and I wanted to know everything there was to know. I wanted to know what I needed to wear, like what was expected. So yeah, maybe go online shopping for that cocktail dress for prep night, or those cute shorts for those t-shirts, earrings, whatever. But y'all are gonna have an amazing time. I know you will, and I'm so excited for you guys. Oh, you should definitely go follow all of the chapters' Instagrams. So I guess I can name all 11, and you can just type in like Arkansas, blah blah. So Delta Gamma, Chi Omega. Actually, I think I have a list right here. This might actually be helpful. So Alpha Chi Omega, we have AO Pi at the University of Arkansas, Chi Omega, Delta Gamma, Kappa Delta, Alpha Delta Pi, Zeta, Kappa Kappa Gamma, Phi Mu, Tri Delt, and Phi Mu. I think that was 11. So go find those Instagrams and go see like what they're all about and how they experience philanthropy and sisterhood all year round. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope this helped. I talk a lot. I'm sorry. I should probably peace out. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna stop being weird now. Okay, so anyways, I really do hope that this helped, and I will see you guys later.